Welcome. Tonight, let your mind drift into the quiet corners of the English language. You're about to hear a collection of rare and beautiful words, each one chosen for its uniqueness, its sound, and the way it settles gently on the tongue. There's no story to follow, no plot to remember, just a slow, peaceful unfolding of language, designed to lull you to sleep. The images will stay dark, but whimsical. The words will flow, and all you have to do is listen. Let's begin. Wakari, short-tailed, long-haired monkey. Uberous, yielding an abundance of milk. Abounding. Ubati, fruitfulness, abundant productiveness. Ubei, whereabouts, permanent or present location. Ubication, condition of being in a certain location. Ubicity, whereabouts. Ubiety, location, state of being in a definite place. Ubiquarian, one who seems to be everywhere at once. Ubique, everywhere. Ubiquitarianism, belief that Christ is everywhere. Ubity, place or locality. Ucaligan, neighbour whose house is on fire. Udal, form of land tenure in Orkney and Shetland Islands. Eudometer, instrument for measuring rainfall. Ufology, study of alien spacecraft. Morning twilight. Ugisu, olive-plumed bush warbler. Wintather, extinct Pleistocene hoofed herbivore. Ukos, edict, proclamation by an autocratic government. Ukiki, Hawaiian mouth harp with 2 or 3 strings. Eulatrophy, atrophy of the gums. Ulcusal, a small ulcer. Euletic, of, like or pertaining to the gums. Uliginous, slimy, oozy, swampy, growing in swampy places. Ullage, quantity by which vessel is under full capacity. Ulagoon, cry of lamentation, funeral lament. Ulmesius, of or like elms. Euloid, like a scar. Eulosis, formation of a scar. Eulotresis, having woolly hair. Ultimation, process of bringing to a conclusion. Ultimo, of last month. Ultimogeniture, inheritance by the last son. Ultion, revenge, vengeance. Ultracrepidate, to criticize beyond sphere of one's knowledge. Ultradian, of physiological cycles longer than an hour and shorter than a day. Ultrafidian, going beyond faith. Ultrageous, violently extreme. Ultraism, holding extreme opinions on a subject. Ultramarine, deep blue. Ultramicroscope, instrument for viewing extremely small objects. Ultramontane, south of the Alps, supporting the Pope. Ultronious, spontaneous, voluntary. Umbi, around, about. Umbel, mass of flowers springing from a single centre. Umbelliferous, bearing umbels. Umber, brownish red. Umbilical, of, like, or pertaining to the navel, related on the mother's side. Umbilicanimism, looking at the navel in search of enlightenment. Omphaloscepsis, umbiliciform, shaped like a navel. Umbo, central knob or boss of a shield. Umbracious, shady. Umbraculiform, shaped like an umbrella. Umbraculum, umbrella or umbrella-like structure. Umbrage, shade, foliage. Offence, umbratic, shadowy, providing shade. Umbratilus, shadowy, shaded, indoor, secluded. Umbriferous, giving or bearing shade. Umbril, visor on helmet to protect the eyes from light, umbros, shade-giving, dusky, umlaut, 2 dots placed over a vowel to indicate change in vowel sound, fura, umstroke, circumference, edge, unalist, priest holding one benefice, unanelled, without extreme unction, unasinus, being equally stupid, unberufen, exclamation to avert ill luck following boasting, unbosom, to pour out, to tell freely, uncate, hooked, unchill, of, like or pertaining to an inch or an ounce, unciform, shaped like a hook, unconsentaneous, not in agreement, unction, anointing as rite of consecration or healing, warmth of address, unctuous, slimy, oily, greasy, offensively suave and smug, undate, wavy, undecennial, happening every 11 years, undefy, to deprive of the nature of a god, underbreath, subdued voice, rumour, underbridge, bridge carrying a road or railway, undercroft, crypt or vault under a church, underlap, piece of material that extends under another, undern, light midday meal, underwit, inferior wit, half-wit, undigenous, produced by the action of water, undite, to take off, to doff, to undo, undine, female water spirit, undinism, psychological obsession with urine and urination, undulationism, theory that light consists of waves, uneath, difficult, distressing, hard, scarce, ungul, of a claw, hoof or talon, clawed, unguentary, of, like or pertaining to unguents, one who makes or sells unguents, unguiculate, clawed, unguicule, fingernail, unguiferous, bearing nails or claws, unguiform, shaped like a claw, unguinous, oily, fatty, unguligrade, walking on hoofs, unhouseled, not having received the Eucharist shortly before death, unicity, uniqueness, oneness, unicorn, carriage drawn by 3 horses in triangular formation, unicornic, resembling a unicorn, unifarious, arranged in a single row or series, unifilar, having only one thread or wire, unigeniture, state or fact of being the only begotten, unigenous, of the same origin, kind or sort, unipara, woman having given birth only once, uniparous, producing only one offspring at birth, unifinous, producing only one variety of musical note, uniplicate, having only one fold, unipotent, powerful in one direction only, unisonous, in unison or agreement, unition, conjunction, universalism, belief in universal salvation, univocal, unmistakable, unequivocal, univocalic, having only one vowel, written passage using only one vowel, univoltine, having one brood a year, univorous, living on only one host or source of food, unleal, unfaithful, unligable, unable to be bound together, unprevaricate, not perverted, unreeve, to withdraw a rope from an opening, unseal, to unsew the eyes of, unsinew, to take the strength from, unstercorated, not manured, untimeous, untimely, untreasure, to despoil, unwithdrawing, liberal, lavish, unzemotic, fabulous, pathric, roofless, open to the sky, upas, poisonous, or harmful institution or influence. Upbuilding, development, edification. Upcast, upward throw, material thrown up. Upper, rough pole made of fur and used in scaffolding. Uplong, extending upward from. Uprist, rising, uprising. Upspeak, to begin to speak. Upstay, to sustain. Upsee, in the manner of thoroughly. Upwith, up along, uranic of the palate. Uraniferous, bearing uranium. Uraniscus, roof of the mouth. Uranism, male homosexuality. Uranography, descriptive astronomy and mapping. Uranology, study of the heavens. Astronomy. Uranomancy, divination by studying the heavens. Uranomania, obsession with the idea of divinity. Uranometry, measurement of distances between heavenly bodies. Uranophobia, fear of heaven. Uranoplasty, plastic surgery on the hard palate. Uranoscopy, star watching. Urster, starfish. Urbacity, excessive pride in one's city. Urbanist, expert in urban planning. Urbanology, study of cities. Urburial, founded on a register of landed property. Herbicide, destruction of a city. Urbiculus, dwelling in cities. Urbiculture, cultivation or development of urban life. Uxiform, shaped like a pitcher. Urceolate, shaped like a pitcher. Urseus, single-handled jug or pitcher. Urde, pointed, having points. Urde, of a heraldic device. Pointed or broken into parallel pointed projections. Ure, use, custom. Urido, burning feeling in the skin. Urinology, study of rust molds. Urent, burning, stinging. Uresis, urination. Urethroscope, instrument for viewing the interior of the urethra. Uretic, of, like or pertaining to urine. Urial, wild Central Asian sheep with reddish coat and long curved horns. Uromancy, divination by observing urine. Urinator, diver. Uriniferous, bearing urine. Urinometer, instrument for measuring specific gravity of urine. Urkingdom, taxonomic group of organisms larger than a kingdom. Urman, swampy pine forest. Urox, extinct wild ox or bison. Urogenous, producing or produced in urine. Urolith, small stone in the urinary tract. Urology, study of urine, urinary tract. Uromastyx, spiky-tailed ground-dwelling lizard. Uropoietic, secreting or excreting urine. Uropygium, rump of a bird. Urosthenic, having a tail designed for propulsion. Urraca, noisy South American bird. Ursal, fur seal. Ursicide, killing or killer of a bear. Ursiform, having the shape or appearance of a bear. Ursine, of, like or pertaining to bears. Urtext, earliest version of a text, original unmodified version. Urticaceous, of, like or pertaining to nettles. Urticant, stinging, irritating. Urticate, to sting, to flog with nettles. Urubu, black tropical New World vulture. Usajaster, self-appointed and conservative language usage expert. Usance, habit, custom. Ushabti, figurine of deceased person placed in Egyptian tomb. Usitative, signifying a usual act. Ustian, action of burning or searing. Ustulation, burning, roasting. Usucaption, acquisition of property by long usage and enjoyment. Usufruct, the right to use and enjoy something. Usward, toward us, utile, profitable, useful. Utilitarianism, belief that utility of actions determines moral value. Utinam, earnest wish or desire. Utraquist, person speaking two or both of two languages. Utricide, one who stabs an inflated skin vessel instead of killing someone. Utricle, small cavity or sac. Utriculaform, shaped like a small cavity or sac. Utriform, shaped like a leather bottle or flask. Uvula, irregular depression in a karst terrain. Uveloid, resembling a small cluster of grapes. Uvid, moist, wet. Uxorial, of, like or pertaining to a wife. Uxoricide, killing of one's own wife. Uxorious, excessively fond of one's wife. You've just wandered through a quiet garden of forgotten words, each one a whisper, a rhythm, a resting place for your thoughts. There's no need to remember them. They were here only to guide you, gently, into stillness. If you're still awake, that's okay. Just let the silence wrap around you now. And when sleep comes, let it be soft and full of wonder. Good night.